Hey ladies, this is Mocha Mommy here bringing you another video. And in this video, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what's been going on with my channel. So I had made, I was working on a video, right? Kind of about the manosphere, the lies they told. I did like a lot of the research to kind of back it up and to debunk their points. But what was so crazy to me was how easy it was to kind of like debunk their talking points, how easy it was with just a little bit of due diligence to just show that they were not really out for men's best interest, about how they just were not telling the truth about a lot of things. And you can just see it all around you, like what they're saying about IR dating, when we're seeing a lot of women use it to be successful. In fact, it's the number one way couples are meeting nowadays, even more so than at work or jobs in restaurants. If modern women were such a problem, why did the Honest Company, which focuses on home and childcare, sell for $1 billion? Right? Why is that the case? Why are networks like Magnolia Network exploding and getting these huge multi-million-dollar deals with HBO, and two of their most popular shows and the show that they're looking forward to are done by Black women? Why is that? If modern women or Black women, for instance, are so non-traditional, how is it that women, and then particularly Black women, are going to be at the forefront of this network that really has a very traditional lean? And think about it, like we're all now in like the holiday season and people are decorating, and Layla Ali is the spokesperson for, hey Faith, you definitely have to email me. I'd love to have you on my panel for next weekend. But I'm telling you, how is it that Layla Ali is the spokesperson for At Home at this time when people are decorating for the holidays? And this is not a Christian woman, right? But somehow she's the spokesperson for this brand. And how is it that, some of these Black women who have these modesty shops, right? How are they selling out, and staying sold out for that matter, every single time they restock? So clearly there are traditional Black women out there. And what they're not saying is that the men of the manosphere are not willing to be the type of man that it's going to take to attract those type of women. And, when we kind of look at, the Chip Gaines or the Cash Warren. Now, Cash Warren did have money when he met Jessica Alba, but he was young and it was his dad's money. You know what I mean? But it's just, I'm saying, like, there's a market for this. And a lot of these women were established and successful. You can tell these relationships had nothing to do with money, right? So it's just, we really have to look at just facts that are surrounding us. But I think the thing we're doing kind of is like arguing about it. Like, we're on panels arguing about it. We're kind of defending ourselves too much. And we're just, and what I'm saying is we need to kind of stop. We need to really stop. And so I'm going to declare this for my channel, Dust Free December. I'm not doing none of these dusty conversations. I'm not defending myself anymore, because the whole world knows what's going on. And no one else really here is going back and forth with unproductive men who don't really want to know the truth or fail to look at the truth when it's right there in front of them. Men who are creating their own reality in these virtual spaces and not what's actually happening in the real world. You know what I mean? No one's looking at this. So, it's crazy because, we see like the Trump supporters, they're kind of out in the internet a lot. They're out there. They're out there. He declared that he was running for president, and we're seeing these crazy marginalized men, because that's really who's jumping on the bandwagon this for the second term. First group of people were really just wanting something different. And then once they saw, it's just becoming very evident that a lot of these Trump supporters are kind of jumping online. But then when we kind of look at how Trump lives his life, like, you know, one of his daughters just recently got married to, you know, a guy from a Lebanese oil heir of $1 billion throne. Like, he's a Lebanese billionaire son. You know what I mean? Basically, he's the heir to a multi-million-dollar oil throne, which has now, you know, moved into tech and other industries, you know, diversified and things. But I'm just saying, like, you know, and Trump's other daughter, Ivanka, is married to a finance guy. So, ladies, let's think about this, like oil and finance. Where does oil and finance typically collide? Because I know I've heard this before. Oh, that's right. You heard it on my channel because I told y'all. This is how it goes. Like, why are we arguing and defending ourselves against dusty rhetoric when we have the game as to what we need to be doing as women to not be interacting with it? Like, you ladies are out here defending your education, right? Defending your education when 54% of all of the student visas that were given in these post-COVID times have went to men. You know, we're over here, you know, debating these passport bros when, let's be real, you know, a lot of these Asian women, they've had their feminist revolution. You know, Jade Snow Wong, Amy Tan, they had that, and they've been done with this mess. Like, you know, their birth rate and their marriage rate is even lower than ours. China went 3 whole months without a live birth. So they've already have been putting their foot down, and they've already been on lockdown in many Asian countries. But yet and still, we're still arguing. They didn't have these arguments. They just moved on. You know, I mean, I would say with, you know, Caucasian women, like, I'll say this, like, they really are believers of social Darwinism in every sense of the word. They believe in social Darwinism a lot. And, you know, think about just in the healthcare field, okay? Coming kind of off of the travel assignments and now working there. Okay, there's a big difference in the way the healthcare system itself, and I'll debate with you with this. They didn't move in silence. They moved nonetheless because there were whole like revolutions about it. They made movies and wrote best-selling books about how they were moving. And it was not silent. It wasn't silent. I'll say that, you know. But I'll say that I've seen this, like the majority culture definitely believes in social Darwinism in every single effect. And I've seen it in the healthcare system because there's a huge difference in the way that we're treating the opioid crisis versus the way that I saw them treat crystal meth. Okay? They're not out here debating and talking about it with them. Okay, they let it be known how they gonna move, and then they move that way. Now, there's a couple of women who will go over there and pander, you know, like Lauren Chen, Lori Gottlieb, Candace Owen to a certain extent will pander to that demographic, but they darn sure don't marry them. And they certainly don't debate them. They'll say it on their platforms to get the clicks, to get the views, to rise up in the algorithm. Why? To be with the men they really want. So I'm just saying, like, if men really cared about other men, if men really wanted to grow, they would actually do something. Like, they would actually do something for other men, you know. And it's funny because doing the research for this piece, which I don't even know if I'm even going to do it, I noticed how these guys would make millions and not do anything to really help men. They would not do anything. They would not do, when I did my video about all men are dogs, right? How we lost a soldier to a drunk driving incident, and come to find out that a lot of the guys who were his boys, who were pouring out liquor in his memory and who wanted to have their his dog tags on their rearview mirror and getting tattoos with the soldier's cross on it, they were there that night and none of them bothered to take the keys. None of them bothered drinking this guy's liquor, but didn't bother to get the keys. They really don't care that much about each other. They really don't. And, you know, I think about how this one manosphere content creator talks about all his luxury cars and luxury goods. But what did he do? But complained about the male homelessness epidemic and didn't do anything about it. What did he do for homeless men? What did he do to help get these homeless men on the street? They use that statistic all the time to weaponize against women, but they don't do anything about it. They'll talk about how unfair, the child welfare system is when it comes to active fathers, but they didn't start any kind of legal defense fund. So they're not doing anything about this. They're just using this to complain. And what I'm saying is move on. No, other people are not arguing with them. We're spending too much time arguing with them. And so in 2023, ladies, I need for y'all to get your money up. I need for y'all to get your money up. That really needs to be the focus of 2023. Get your money up. Right now, some of you ladies, it really does warm my heart when I see you leave comments and send emails about that you did take my seasonal side hustle video and you're getting out of debt. And you did take that seasonal side hustle video and you're saving for that great vacation. Or that you did use some of those tips and tricks and YouTube channels to apply for certain jobs. And even though you didn't get the job that was posted on the community post, you ended up getting something else with the company and making more money. Like, that's the type of things I like to hear, that you ladies are having a good time at some of these baseball games and some of these venues, that some of you did get into running and you see this, what I'm talking about. You see the flex in a different way when guys do outdoor sports. You recognize the flex a little more, and that makes me really happy. But really for 2023, focus on getting your money up, because you know what? A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people are doing it, and a lot of them are men. A lot of them are single men. And y'all ladies are still spending too much time instead of getting out on the trails early, arguing with Dusties on panels at night. So we're going to declare this Dust-Free December. And, as much as I love a lot of these great content creators, because they mean a lot to me and they've done a lot to help my platform to grow, it's really time to move different in 2023. So this channel is going to look a little different. Number one, because it has to, because YouTube in February, they're going to be changing a lot. Those of us who are doing educational content, we're gonna hit it. You know what I mean? We're looking to be something greater. We're going to be optimizing this algorithm and all this other stuff. Why? Because YouTube found is not paying. Like Google AdSense is not really, they'll get a lot of views, they'll get a lot of clicks, but it's not really generating a lot of revenue, And I'm saying this because, I have another channel and it doesn't have a lot of subscribers and it's not even monetized, okay? This is another, my other channel. It's not even monetized. I'm getting a lot of views, but they're not turning into subscribers. So that's something I got to work on. So I am working on that. But I've already gotten 3 affiliate links for a channel with less than 100 subscribers because the topic itself is so hot. Like urban gardening, self-sufficiency is a hot topic. And already collaborations are coming in, already on a channel that little, right? Because other people are out here making moves. Other people are making these money moves. I've already gotten contacted for farmers markets for produce I don't even have yet. Like, money is moving and y'all are still talking these talk. We can't do this anymore. We can't do this anymore, okay? We got to leave this behind. We got to learn how to move forward. We can't have these discussions anymore, ladies. And for the content creators who are still having these discussions, I wish you the best. I'm grateful for what you do. I'm grateful for what you've done for me in my life and helping me set boundaries. I'm grateful for that. But it's really time for me to just graduate to the next level and take some of you ladies who are interested with me, because it's just time to move different. It's just time to move different in 2023 because money is out here being made. Like, I'm just kind of looking at these holiday markets right now. And it's crazy how these people who who are your neighbors, who are your friends, who are your coworkers, who you pass in the grocery store, who are working normal 9 to 5s, but they got 6 to 10 doing metal work, leather work. A lot of these cooks that my daughter is working with in the restaurant industry got whole businesses of curated sauces and barbecue sauces and hot sauces and spice rubs and blah, blah. And they're hitting these holiday markets and making money. Like, that sets them up the whole year. And it's crazy how young, I mean, I remember the Goldman and Sachs complaint going back and forth. But there are content creators out here, one of which is right here in the chat, who talks about business grants and business loans and how, let me tell you, a lot of Hispanic people took advantage of a lot of those business loans and grants that were out there for people of color and marginalized communities. And, they're out, they're done, working 16 hours a day, making $8 enchilada place. They're getting these drive-through coffee places and these, DoorDash ice cream restaurants and poke franchises. And you know what I mean? Doing way more volume with way less effort, like there are people out here brilliantly strategizing on how to quote unquote beat this recession. And it's hard to even call it a recession because it's a jobs positive recession. Folks are still out here hiring. We're hiring, giving relocation bonuses and retention bonuses still today. And it's the middle of a recession and offering people more money to do the same job. And I'm telling you, like, y'all just got to start moving. Y'all got to get your money up. 2022 is over. In 2023, this is the get your money up season because the opportunities are there. They're there. And it's crazy how much I'm seeing them. But we over here arguing about Nick Cannon. We gotta put this stuff behind us, and, I see this stuff, with Kyrie Irving, Antonio Brown, and I did sports shorts a year ago and I was done with that. I was done with that a year ago. And, don't ask me because I'm not dealing with that anymore. And, and I knew too, like when I got contacted by, and that was another thing too, when I was doing sports shorts, how many people would kind of come and like, hey, I got put in a focus group for MLB Network. I got put in because I was making these videos and they were in a channel with 2,000 subscribers. Oh, wow. Let us know about your blog. For sure. Yeah, I mean, so we can support you for sure. But I mean, I'm just telling you, like, ladies, opportunities out there. I remember when a lot of the sports bloggers were like, leave Black YouTube, there's more money here. Because things like DraftKings and those online sports gambling places, those online memorabilia shops, because a lot of people were trading memorabilia over the quarantine. They cleaned out their attics and found that they had stuff. I would never with my baseball cards. I'm just letting you know. They might be buried with me. I might not even leave them to my kids. My Ken Griffey Jr. stuff, I might just take that with. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, like, opportunities out there, ladies. And I want you ladies to take advantage of it, but, I found that sports blogging was hard because when you did it, you had to almost be recording and pulling clips and doing things as you're watching the game. So you weren't even enjoying the game. You were compiling stats and highlights and then waiting for them to be released. And then the minute they were released, then you had to release your blog. And it's harder than I thought. And it almost made me not enjoy sports. And even so with the gardening channel, I have to remember to bring my phone out there with me because sometimes I'm out there to be away from the phone. But it's just to say, like, we gotta really start bringing our money up because that's going to bring our network up. And then we have to learn how to communicate and move with confidence in these new circles. And not worry about, I don't know, some old gossipy, I don't know, whoever we're gossiping about right now. that needs to be left in the past. We need to stop worrying about dumb stuff that's going on TikTok and figure out how we can, move forward and make this money from the home, outside of the home, monetizing our hobbies, whatever we need to do, because the opportunity is out there. And I just want to let you ladies know that I'm going to do my best to bring as many great resources out there because I want you ladies to do the homework. I did my last video about the homework assignment. Do the homework, and because I want you to see what it is I'm saying. I don't want to tell you what to do, because I think as a mom, as a teens, people don't listen to you anyway. But I don't want to tell you what to do. I want for you to see what it is I'm saying. Like, so when you guys go running, you see what I'm saying. When you guys go to baseball games and you see what I'm saying. When you guys go get the academic support you need to level up in your career, you'll see what I'm saying. When you learn those good negotiating tips and make it to those community events, you'll see what I'm saying. I don't want to tell you what to do or sell you a course. And no offense to people who sell courses, because I think that they give us a lot of information that we wouldn't otherwise have. But I just feel like it's a matter of getting out there. It's not a lack of information. So I just want to encourage you ladies as we just embark on this dust-free December. I know I'm going to do it because I'm not going to go on these topics, but we're just going to continue to move forward. And I just wish you ladies all the best this holiday season. And I wish you ladies all the best in this coming new year, because I know that's when a lot of us get kicked off on something better for ourselves. And, you know, you don't have to wait till January 1st to start. You can start today. So this is Mocha Mommy, and I'll see you in the next video.